Why is it so slow? Damson here?
I ask that most days.
Yeah. Damson here, and welcome back to FS19, Purbeck Valley. And I'm joined by David.
Hey, hey.
So, what field are you on at the minute?
Well, my tractor is on 42. However, I'm marking out 62. I've basically marked the corners. I need to do the ripping in the middle. See, I'm marking out using the landscaping tool rather than using
Oh,
the
right. Yeah.
roller.
Well, I'm just going to finish off 37.
Yeah, we don't need to do it all. Like I say, you can jump on and you can always jump into the ripping tractor if you need to.
So, me and David were just having a quick discussion before we started. We were on about Formula 1 and what they've announced for December, and that is Bahrain outer
That
track.
is Bahrain. Yeah, the outer loop, which those who don't know, it is basically just a large square. It's literally like about 6 corners and some wacky long straights.
Yeah, which is going to make an interesting race when that comes up.
Now I won that in the game because I know my freaking WMS Renault will be a monster out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've got now an interesting thing. Is the multiplayer cars, are they just equal for equal's sake, or are they using our engines from...
No, I think they're just 100% equal, aren't they?
Yeah.
I call mine the Renault because it's the same colour scheme I'm using in the multiplayer.
Yeah, I know, but I just wondered if it was...
No, I think it's a generic, it's just a generic car, and it's probably, you probably would argue it's probably just based on the Merc or something, but...
I was gonna say, if it was off using your My Team save, I'd be fucking whooping your ass. Because of what engine I've got in that.
Well,
but then you're gonna turn around...
Engine's only half the battle, mate.
Yeah, I knew you were about to say, yeah, don't doubt the dragon. I knew you were gonna come back with that one.
I could probably rock up in an F3 car and still get somewhere near you.
Yeah. It's one
You know, it's funny, I was thinking right now, I was watching back some of the clips, and joking aside, I mean, I've figured out, you were asking last time how I was so much faster than the AI.
Yeah.
The simple solution is I've figured it out. When you set the AI difficulty, the difficulty basically means one thing: how early they brake for corners.
Oh, right, okay, so your braking zone
So
is
when
a
I'm
little bit different to
AI
me.
65, it can be a problem for me, because I've got the AI braking in front of me a damn sight earlier than I'm expecting them to. When I was running mid-pack in Hanoi, there was a lot of hard work not to go straight up the back of them 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, which was...
That seems to be where, because down the straights, we're all about level.
Yeah.
But they're braking a good distance before I'm even thinking about it. Now, when I'm doing my single player at AI at 65, they're braking nearer to where I do.
Yeah, whereas, like, even though I do my team save at what I'm doing at, I'm still braking a little bit differently to how they slightly do, but yet sometimes it always goes a bit wrong for me. Even though I have the perfect strategy planned out on my braking. What is after Hanoi? What have we got next? When we do F1?
China, innit?
Oh, yeah. China.
Which is another increased top speed.
What else we got? China and...
Turn up the horses, let them eat.
What else is it? What's after China, usually?
Does he not... Oh, now we're thinking about the kind of... Would he not jump from there to Azerbaijan?
Could possibly...
That was always fairly early in the calendar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, like I say, real life took a very different turn to what the games...
Yeah.
As anybody who knows F1 knows, and... Yeah.
I'm very surprised at Abu, though, coming back onto the calendar after they did initially cancel it.
Well, like I say, I'd come down to a couple of things. Number one, like I've said to you, they pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money out there. But also, as you can see, if you look at the calendar, they've sort of worked it now. They stay in Europe while summer's on.
Yeah, and then obviously when the weather's
Then as the
because
weather goes shit, they're disappearing off into the Middle East, which is allowing them to get...
yeah, I
Because I
suppose.
still, and I can't cite a source because I don't want to hand. I'm sure there's still a rule out there. For it to be an official championship, there has to be so many races. I can't remember
Twin.
something like 15 or...
I am not sure. I know there's 22 in a full season.
No, that was just... Yeah, but this year was going to be the fullest season for a while.
Yeah, but it'd still be
But like I
20.
said,
Still be 22 races.
yeah, but there wasn't... A couple of seasons ago, there was only 20, wasn't there, before Zandvoort and... What's it coming?
Hanoi, wasn't
But
it?
I'm sure the minimum is something like 15 for it to officially class as a season.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of years during the wars when they actually never got seasons in.
Well, I'm wondering if
For
there.
pretty obvious reasons.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How many races have we got so far?
I'm sure there was 13 before this double header at Bahrain was announced, so I think we're up to 15.
So do you think they'll add any more, or do you think they'll class Bahrain as the last?
No, because I think Abu Dhabi is still after Bahrain, isn't it?
No, Abu Dhabi's before Bahrain, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know then.
I'd have to look at the calendar, but no, Abu Dhabi might be. I thought Abu Dhabi was before, but I think Abu Dhabi might be last. Abu
I think
Dhabi,
they're still. I think they're still looking at various options. It's just like I say, they're.
because it'd be
I
annoying.
mean, they're making decisions about December, and things could have totally bloody altered by then the way the world is right now. You know, Godzilla could have come down for all the way things are going at the moment.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if they could go back to a normal calendar, I wouldn't want them to. Not with what they've announced.
No, it's just, as I said the other night, and I stand by, the one thing, you know, say what you like, it's been a good time for motorsport fans the back half of this year.
Yeah.
Told you with another double header coming this weekend, which I'm dating this video at this point, because we've got touring cars at Knock Hill and F1 at Spa now. These double header weekends are great.
Well, yeah.
And at the same time, the touring cars seem to have had the brains.
Right. The thing I would like them to do though this weekend in the F1, I would actually like them to pay respects to Hubert.
Well, there's already been talk. If you look at their Facebook page, I think Gasly was interviewed about it. I think he was good mates. He was good friends with him, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So obviously we are going back to the track that he was killed on.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing, innit? I mean, we're going back to Imola at one point this year. It's the first time in a long time, which obviously was Senna's.
I reckon there'll be something mentioned about that. But yeah, because it's only been a year, I think they should at least.
I'm sure there will. In fact, I'm 100% positive there will be, because, you know...
I'd hope it pushes away from the stuff that's happening right now within the sport.
Think about what you're saying before you say it.
I was. That's why I just didn't say it, a lot of it.
But yes.
I have no problem with what's going on in the sport right now. But I personally feel F1 is no longer the same as it used to be. I enjoy watching F1, I enjoy playing the game as well, but to me F1 is not the sport that it once was.
Oh, I have this love-hate within a lot. There's times when I wish I didn't care about it, but I do enjoy it for what it is. And I guess I still hope that the current era that isn't at the most enjoyable is going to pass.
Okay, I've still got that. Where did we...
You know, that...
I need to go and fill up this cedar.
Right.
What did we do with...
Happened.
What did we do with the
Go on.
things?
Things.
The buying points?
Edge grain vault on the map.
Of course, I've come the wrong way. Then I've got to now turn around and go back, haven't I? It's fun. I can do that.
Do you see why we don't let him navigate, folks?
Hey.
The guy gets lost trying to leave his own room.
Cheek. I had no problem when I went down to London, though.
I didn't. I was on the train.
I was driving.
If I managed to get lost on the train, that'd be an interesting prospect.
There was
I
another.
managed to navigate my way around the country every day.
Yeah, there was another thing I was going to say there, but I'm not actually going to because it's wrong.
Oh, you're going to upset somebody.
I would have
Probably me.
done. No, I would have upset somebody if I'd have said that. But but you have a thing called a guided voice system, or in other words, something that you never trust, especially when you're in big vehicles. You don't trust it.
You mean the sat nav? The sat that has two big uses now. I mean, I also, for my route, do the exact same route every single day to the point where it's just about ingrained in memory.
Yeah, the line.
Our sat nav actually have two big advantages. They're an accurate speedo.
Yeah, I know that.
And ours actually do traffic and do it to quite a good standard.
What for the whole like?
Ours do traffic reports for like motorway blockages and that. And they're generally pretty spot on as well. They're not a long way out. And especially like now, a bank holiday weekend when every bastard and his dog's coming to the Lake District.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad for me because when I go to work, I leave the Lake District and I have to come back again. And then you join them all.
It's the caravans that you.
It's just tourists in general. I agree they bring a lot to this area, and I'm not saying I don't want them, but you know, can we not just tell them all that Wales is actually very nice and get them all to piss off over there?
Yeah, but then if we send them down that way, it'll end up screwing Wales. Do you know, right? Because obviously my mum's just got back from Wales, like, not too long ago, visiting family down there. Do you know the bastards don't have to wear masks in shops?
Probably isn't a word in Welsh for mass, so there is, but is that many letters no fucking name?
Love it. Oh, love it.
Yeah, the Welsh language was created when somebody ate a Scrabble set and sneezed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but it's like the longest word in Welsh, and it's like, come on. Why the fuck do you have to call it ba 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 and that shit? Why not just, you know, why not just call it, I don't know, the platform? Can't call it the platform, but, you know, just as a... I'm not saying I've got anything against Welsh people, so don't think that. It's just a case of why have a station named after a longest word in Welsh, and what the bloody hell does it mean?
It's not the same place where there's a Volvo dealership, and there's for every now and then picking on the other of this Volvo dealership where the name takes up the full side of the building.
Probably. All I know is it ends in go go go, go go goff or something like
I'm sure
that.
that's the one.
Yeah, that's the longest word in Welsh.
But it's like, did you ever see that video that went round? I'm trying not to offensive, but it says like the Kazakhstani language sounds like a diesel engine trying to start at well below zero. Guessing you saw that one.
Yes. It sounds a bit. It sounds a bit like the Mars Attack aliens.
Oh, that thing that somebody sent me the other day at Sabbath, that was brilliant.
I had to nab it off you.
Yeah, that was Jesus, that.
That was good.
At Sabbath.
So... I better put of this in.
Me feel English, that's impossible.
I better put off this in. I did, didn't I? Because I made you get the mod.
What are you looking for?
It's alright, I'll go by brand.
Well, look, that new Valtra.
Yeah. I'm just
If you're looking at
interested.
Valtra, I might treat myself to something then, but it might scare you.
Well, I'm just interested because it's... Is that all it is? 100 and... It's 79 grand and it's 105 horse.
Yeah, but don't forget at the same time I said to you before, we mess around with... Most of the time we mess around with way more powerful equipment than your average.
I can get it if I put if I can get it if I get it up to 95.5 grand. I can get it up to 135 with a front loader attacher.
Does look nice in the groom.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not kind of not keen on that colour.
Mm.
I mean, you can do the communal tyres, you can do the standard, and you can do Michelin and Trelleborg and then Nokian as well.
I don't think I can get the one I was thinking of, because I think we have that mod in this one. It's not the end of the world.
What is it?
The tractor I have in single player is called a Foremost. Don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
They were better known in this country as county tractors.
Oh god, it's not that stupid blue thing with...
Yeah, where the front wheels are the same size as the back ones.
Yeah, the one that a certain person had.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, I've messed around with it on some of my saves. By the way, have you ever looked, by the way? You got me to download that Ferguson mod, didn't you?
The old...
It's in small tractors.
Yeah.
Have you actually looked at them?
Yeah.
Well, one looks like something from a film about the aliens attacking.
I don't think I've actually enabled the Ferguson mod for this playthrough.
You have, I'm looking at it.
Oh, have I? Yeah.
It's in small tractors.
Yeah, one has the front loader attacher on it, the TE-A20.
Yeah.
Then you've got the half track.
Then the last one looks like one's rammed up the arse of another one a bit too hard.
And then you've got the tandem. Which...
It's the one with the front loader that gets me. It looks like something from a bad film about robot spiders attacking.
Yeah, but that's actually not there. The one that annoys me, I mean, have you seen the actual weight? Is a block of wood. The weights on it are blocks of wood. Or bags.
Probably what they were back in the day.
Are they blocks of wood or are they like sandbags actually? But they're modelled to look like... No, they're bags. They're sandbags. But no, the one that gets me is the tandem.
Yeah. It looks like one's gone hard up the back of another one.
I mean, if you'd have wanted me to get that the county mod, I can get the county mod.
No, it's one I've messed about with. It's not that powerful, and because of the way the steering set up, it's got a turning circle of a cross-channel ferry.
I was going to say, hasn't it got a shit turning circle? Because I think that's why Thingy got rid of it.
Oh, it's not got a shit turning circle, it's worse. And that's because somebody who drives a Volvo, so I know what bad turning circles are.
Shadow, do we need another front loader tractor? That's the problem.
I've always said it's not a case of do you need another tractor. Of course you need another tractor. You always need another tractor. But that's just my mentality. Like, can I buy another tractor? Yes. Should I? Hell yes.
So, when it comes to harvest time, as well...
Mistletoe and wine.
I'm thinking when it comes to harvesting, I think we should lease the combine.
Now, actually, Cost-wise, to me, that makes a lot more sense. Now, we've actually not too bad for money on this series. That's the thing.
We haven't got the
But I
cows
told you,
yet. The cows have still got to come home.
yeah, I've looked at it in like single player, and it's like you can rent that big S780. I'm sure we've got it in this game. The massive John Deere. I'm not saying because it'd be too big for this farm.
Mm.
But to give me an idea, that's 250 grand to buy, or 12 to rent.
Yeah.
So you can rent it 20 times before you've bought it.
See, there's no point having there's no point having the new Valtra in anything but special. Because it just looks like a standard Valtra.
Now, to me, we could rent that little Force-Rig for 5 grand.
Yeah.
Now that Force-Rig, it's not the biggest capacity and its headers aren't the biggest, but it's actually a fairly good.
I was going to make a joke there, but I'm not because it was distasteful.
When's that ever stopped you before?
No, it's a very distasteful joke. If you want to treat yourself to another piece of equipment, you can do.
I'm alright at the moment. I've actually just parked the New Holland up because I think it's getting towards darkness in it, so.
Oh, yeah, it is, but
I think I already have a Scarrack, don't I, somewhere?
the Scarrack, yeah, but the Scarrack we were just using as a using for using's sake.
The Scarrack's just a way of getting across the map quickly at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's parked up here with the roller on it.
Yeah, because you would.
I had to go rolling fields with it into working range, so I've gone back to doing it with the landscaping tool. There's one thing I think I accidentally cleared a couple of hedgerows with the landscaping tool, but it's not the end of it, it just gives us more access to the field.
We've already got a front loader and a bale spike. So, is there any other front loader attacher we might need? Maybe a manure fork, or a shovel, or a bucket. You'd use a bucket, wouldn't you?
I'm more tempted, depending on which bucket, which way we're going to do it. Do we have that mod in this game?
What?
That one I'd send you. Well, what it is, myself, I have a bale spike that attaches to front loaders.
Yeah.
And that's great, 'cause you can pick up like 4 bales at a time.
You're on about the one with the claws?
Yeah, no, I have it because I always end up with the JCB front loader.
Yeah, I don't. I used to have it.
I can probably see if it's the same one, but it's the one I use it. Whenever I do decide to mess with bales.
Having a dilemma here.
Just don't make the mistake I did once, which was on one of my playthroughs. I was playing for supposed to be like a small farm, and I managed to find a mod for a small baler. The problem is each bale was only 500 litres in capacity. I ended up with 180 bales on one field.
Well, yeah, that was...
But then no bale trailer would auto load them because they were too small for...
Oh, I'll just grab a bucket.
I mean, if we're going baling, we'll grab the fast baler because it's just such a great piece of equipment.
Oh. That's actually... I mean, it's not... It sounds pretty nice as well.
Looks better when it's out of the shop.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now I've got to navigate my way back in the dark. Why is it getting dark early?
Because it's early spring.
Have we actually got anything else down the shop? No.
Not yet.
Is there anything you want me to wait for down here and bring back?
We don't have a tipper yet, do we? No, we don't. So you might as well, if you've got an empty with a carry, you might as well bring one of them back.
If you want to
In a second, I'll do it.
So if you want to get a tipper, I'll...
Just thinking, it's something we're always going to need.
Well, we're gonna need it come harvest time.
Mm.
So have you actually worked out the calendar yet?
What do you mean the calendar?
The season calendar.
Yeah, for the I was the kind to say what was fighting me last time I told you was the crop rotations.
No, I'm not bothered about crop rotations. See, if we had, which makes sense, what have we put on the field at the minute? We've put canola, haven't we?
Don't know because you were doing it.
Or did I put wheat by accident?
Wheat sounds about to get straw off it.
37. Yeah, I accidentally put wheat on it. Shit.
It's alright, don't worry, wheat's alright.
Well, the tractor is currently sat
In the end of 40, yeah.
in 40, so I was wondering if you were... Do you want me to do
Right,
40?
there should be a trailer, there should be you can do, yeah, there should be a trailer at the shop for you.
What, you want me to...
Well, you're already down there, aren't you? So
No, I meant, do you want me to do 40?
maybe wait till morning.
Well, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Which trail is this?
A new one.
Is it...
So,
It's alright, I accidentally detached the bucket. There's a twin
well,
axle silage. No wonder I couldn't...
not a silage trailer.
No, I was looking for it. I was about to say, is this the one with a flashy back end?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find that in my game because I want it in my...
Yeah, I think it does officially call it a silage trailer. It's not, it's set up for the rain in that layout that we have it there.
Yeah,
Nobody
but...
saw that, so no harm, no foul.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to sleep soon because this is getting a bit... ridiculous. Right, there's no cars. Well...
By the way, are we on the Lancashire seasons by all this one, or...?
Yeah, no, we're on Lancashire seasons.
Well, Lancashire. Watch out for this one, the bugger can get you with rain when you least expect it.
Well...
Which is quite fitting for Lancashire, to be
Well,
fair.
yeah, because you live in Lancashire, I live in Cumbria. We're on two separate weather systems.
But, sorry, I am the correct side of the border. Don't you go hurling insults like that around.
Piss off. You know what I mean. No, but you know what I mean?
No, I am on the Cumbria side of the border.
Okay, then. Well, let's just... Yeah, well, you're close to Lancashire anyway, so let's say Lancashire and Cumbria. Actually, though...
I actually mean in the game. I actually mean in...
No.
I'm in the middle of doing a contract on my single-player farm, and the bastard weather just keeps...
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is in real life, Lancashire and Cumbria have their own weather systems because it could be pissing down. It could be pissing it down when you leave Cumbria, and then as soon as you get to sort of Blackpool area, Manchester area, it's fine. Like it's fine as anything.
Oh yeah. What do you mean it can be like that between about?
Yeah. And the thing I like about seasons though is it reverts all the fields to the default state.
Yeah.
You could have let me got back first.
Well, you're getting back in daylight now. You see what I mean about the rain?
Oh, you bitch. Well, we got away with it. Ugh.
Yeah, but the trouble is when you come in, like I say, I'm at the point where I'm harvesting, and of course you've got to wait for crops to dry.
Yeah, no, but the game's now syncing. Because we fast forward.
Mine isn't.
Yep, it says on me the game is synchronising after fast forward.
Mine's fine. I'm running around the fields.
God damn it. Come on. Oh, it's
You
on
can
that.
take a little bit.
Yeah, hang on, it did that thing. When you fast forward, if you're in a vehicle, it sort of puts you under the map.
Oh.
So I ended up under the map, so I had to traverse back to field. I had to go back to 40. Oh, this trailer is actually going to be quite heavy for this tractor.
What, have you got the 135?
Yeah. Because it struggled to even get up that little hill. So it's a new day. It's 7...
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good.
What is it? 3 degrees? Or is it 7?
3 degrees air temperature, 7 degrees ground temperature.
So it's rather
Be classed as a chilly day, would
chilly
that?
day. Yeah, a rather chilly day. So where are you wanting this tipper?
Just dump it in the yard for now. It's just, we're going to need one.
Yeah, well, we're not in harvest day yet.
Yeah, but we can also use it for
Have you got
moving other stuff around.
beacons on that Scarrock?
Yes, I have. Have I left them on?
No. I'm just saying, well, I might have to be safety vehicle when we get the combine. No, you left.
Scott. I was in this, it was running, I was just about to...
So which yard do you want it in?
Just wherever you can fit it.
I could think of one place, but you ain't gonna like it.
Hey, stop using my jokes against me.
Well, when you've heard them that much, your material will get used against you. I could leave it in here for now, actually.
Stick it in the cow barn or something, if you don't
Well,
need...
I've sort of... Where I am on the map at the minute is... I can get in and out of there with a tractor. Oh, no comeback? No report or anything?
Too easy. You know me, I like a bit of a challenge, that one was just too straightforward.
Ha! Nothing's ever straightforward where we're concerned.
Well, that's true as well.
Oh yeah, I've got the other front loader here for the
Yeah, to be fair, you could probably sell one of them and just keep the front loader arm and then just...
Well, I might as well just keep them both for now.
Fair enough.
Just because, obviously, one is for the Massey. Because the Massey's more powerful.
It actually doesn't make a difference though in the game, so I've done it before, 'cause I think in my save I actually have the smaller one because it came with the farm, but
Yeah, but
I've attached it to bigger tractors without.
Yeah, but it's anything over 90 horsepower and the other one's anything over 150.
Yeah, but I was using the under 90 one on a tractor that was 240 and it wasn't causing any issues.
You mean over 90?
I was using it on a defend. Whichever one I was using, a smaller one, a Fed 924.
Right, so what are we actually... Just let me check. Right, so if I plant canola now, it'll be ready the same time the wheat will be in like day 3 and 4 of summer. Shit. Okay. No. No! Yeah. Fucking... Please help me here.
Thank you. Right, so the yellow line's a harvest season. So wheat
Blue
starts
for me.
harvest, potentially... Are you in colourblind? Right, okay, it's even easier. The top line is plant, the bottom line is harvest on
Yeah,
each one.
get that, but canola...
He's ready to harvest same time, but the harvest season lasts into the start of winter.
Right, that's fine.
Now you've planted it a day later, which probably means it would mature a day later.
Well,
Which actually doesn't do us too bad because we don't want to have everything ready at the same time.
no, we don't. That's the thing. We don't want it to be ready at the same time. Wow, you made a thingy of this with this landscape tool, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Well, bits missing. Or was this using the roller?
The landscaper tool, I think the way it says when you do not own this land, if you get too close to the road, it goes, you do not own this land, you do not own this land. It's like, ah.
Yeah, but there's a bit of land with lime on it, and it's like it's missed it. The joys of a... I should have bought a bigger tractor. I should have bought a powerful tractor. But I can upgrade in time eventually.
But there you have the bit you were complaining about's gone. Shouldn't. And you leave your bigger boat out of this.
You are?
Should have got a bigger boat.
I should have got a bigger tractor.
Well, there's my 310 here if you need a bit more.
It's fine, I've got enough clout for now. He sounds like one of them luggage going across one of the... He sounds like excavators. You ever notice when you do that, they get really sick? Well, it's called a walkavator, believe it or not. Them moving walkways at the airports.
I thought that was that elevator in Charlie as well, factory.
No, that's a wonkavator. Have you actually managed to watch Young Frankenstein yet?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that's the one I need.
Yeah. But yeah, like I say, if you've ever dragged your bloody case along the one of them them moving walkways, have you ever noticed how they get really sexed up when you drag them along? Yes, that's a Lee Evans joke. One of the best comedians I've ever seen.
It's good, but never be just for Carrot.
But Jessica... feck. Jasper Carrot is in a league of...
Take two, play these people.
Jasper Carrot is in a league of his own.
No, I mean, using Golden Balls. The league of his own was James Corden.
No, but you know what I mean. He's been around. He's a veteran comedian. He's been around longer, so. But yeah.
And none of them as good as Chubby Brown.
Oh no, no. Can't. A lot of people just can't stand Chubby. Really can't stand Chubby Brown.
You can understand why.
I get you yeah, I can get that. But I like the fact he's never changed to suit people. He's never changed to suit people. And I think he came to Barrow. And
well, he did Blackpool fairly regularly, didn't he? Tower and all
that. Yeah, and then the Piers. It was mainly Central Pier. No, was it Central or was it? Yeah, Central. Or was it North? It was one of them. It was wherever like the likes of Joe Longthorne and that were.
Yeah. I still say now his version of Living Next Door to Alice is one of the funniest songs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, but his proper version, not just the one.
No. His proper version is what I mean.
I'm not going to start repeating because somebody will get offended by it because it's the year 2020, but...
Yeah, it's a good version.
Now, how am I gonna...
Makes me laugh because you like Tim at times. Because
Right.
Tim does the exact same thing. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And when we play Factorio and stuff.
Yeah, recently got, I don't have to figure out how the hell do I reverse this thing where I want it to go.
Why, what you... Oof. You still
just
got
trying to,
that. You've
just
still...
trying to, just trying to park something in the yard that doesn't want to park.
You should be used to that by now.
Yeah,
The type...
the things I drive for a living don't bend in the middle. That changes things.
Yeah.
I don't mess around with trailers that often. In fact, ever.
Are you even licensed at all?
Um, I need to take a drink of that coffee. Am I not allowed? This is where I don't. I'm sure I'm allowed. Is it up to 750 kilo unbraked as long as the total weight of everything isn't over 3.5?
It depends.
I've got a post 97 license which has feck all, but I think you'll have the same because you're that much older than me.
Yeah, but I didn't pass my test till...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
The
passed...
laws aren't now. You've got different to me because you've got a PSV.
I've got a PSV and still got a learning thing on trucks as well. So I got me to
But at
learning
the
on the
same time, the
HGV.
laws changed in 97. Before 97, you got a lot more than...
Oh yeah, you did.
I want to compare because my dad's got everything. If he's got wheels, he can drive it. Now, he took 3 tests. One for cars, one for wagons, one for bikes.
Yeah.
He can drive a bus as long as they're not paying passengers. It's some funny law. PSV is for paying, innit? If you're driving a bus but they're not paying, you can actually drive on a heavy goods. You might know
Now,
those laws better than me. It's weird. It's weird ground.
yeah, now it's... Basically, if I was to go out and rent a minibus, if you were to rent a minibus or anything, and they are not paying, you can then rent a 21-seater. Anything up to 20, anything over 20... Hang on, what minibus sizes can we get? 16? Anything,
16's in, we can get on the standard transit, innit? You can get up to about 21, 22 on those, like, midi coaches.
Well, anything above... yeah, you can do 16 on a normal license, I believe. 8 you can do... 8 you can do on a normal license.
It's up to 9 seats on a standard car, 'cause I know, because when I owned my Land Rover, it was technically a 12-seater. We had to take 2 benches out the back.
Yeah. But for the PSV, it's anything above 20 seats.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's something like...
Yeah, but if
they're not paying passengers...
If it's private...
It then goes on the vehicle weight, which, like, my dad's HGV license would cover him.
Yeah, if it's private hire... If it's under the private hire... so say you rent a mini...
Oh, you put that there.
What?
I've just seen where you put the tipper.
Yeah.
Good job to get it at that angle.
Why?
Well, I just need to put it against the back wall, not to put it at the side.
Yeah, just put it at the side. Yeah, if it's... if it's non-fair paying packs... then yes, you can drive it under PSV. If it's fair paying packs, then you need still need PSV, but you also need CPC.
But the point I was the point I was getting to was that when we worked it out, he took 3 tests. I think I'd need 13 to get the same license he does. Because the bikes are now in stages, the wagons are now in stages.
The buses...
Are they now? neither of us particularly know bus laws because he never drove them and I've never looked at them. But
Well, the
it's like,
buses is basically theory practical, technically.
no, but I don't mean like that. What I mean is like with wagons now, you can't just go out and take an Arctic license.
No, because
You got
you
to
got
do
to do CPC.
no, not even that. You've got to do your class 2 first.
Oh no, the buses are just buses. Buses is just basically you basically learn in an automatic full
Hmm.
size coach.
You know, bike, you can't just go out now and learn to ride on a bloody 1300cc Hayabusa.
No, you got to do fucking whatever
Got to
in
do
it.
the moped and all that shit. But that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't mean the CPC because we don't ever have to do any of them because of times. But
No, you've got to do
the point,
CPC now. Yeah,
not
no,
CPC, sorry, theories. I mean, you have to do CPC right at the very end because he just caught the edge of it. But
the stage is for a bus is theory, practical.
mm,
In that's it. With that, it's not staged where you have to do 8-seater minibus, all that
yeah, that's
crap.
what I say.
It's no
The heavy
you.
goods like that, the bikes are like that.
Yeah, no, you've the basically the bus is just you get chucked into a full size coach basically
Yeah.
because that's one of the biggest things you will drive. But
Oh yeah.
you technically won't drive because they only learn you in a 56-seater coach. Now,
On.
yeah. Now there are coaches out there that are bigger than 56 seaters.
Oh yeah,
There,
I think the
there
biggest I've seen is about 83 in it.
is that one of Redline's.
I know
Redlines
they're
have got
somewhere up there, but
red.
I've seen a few that are up
Oh
towards those
yeah,
sort of numbers.
yeah. Well, when I used to work for said firm, they had the biggest they had was 70s, and then they obviously had the triaxles,
Hmm.
and I could never do. I was allowed to drive the triaxle.
Yeah, but the thing is, some of them bigger ones may actually be less seats, but it's just how they're spaced out, innit?
Yeah, they are. They're still.
So I'm imagining those 83 seaters are a bit like sardines in a tin.
Try the megabuses.
Hmm.
I used to do the Natty Express. Fucking hated it. Do you know how much of a bastard the National Express Volvo pieces of shit were?
Well, then now them funny Scanias with disabled access, either them Catinos or whatever they're called.
Yeah, don't get me started. Well, the fucking Levantos were bad enough. The Volvos, they were. Do you know why they were bad? And yeah, I like Volvos, but do you know why these were bad? Because
No.
if the breathalyzer fucked up,
Oh, did you have one of them on that you couldn't?
you could not start the coach if you failed. Obviously, you couldn't start the coach if you failed the breathalyzer. All the National Express coaches are fitted with them. But when the breathalyzer was faulty, basically,
That's his excuse and he's sticking to it, folks. Doesn't mind the time he spent in the pub before and the breathalyzer was faulty. What?
well, when you get the coach started, you pass the first initial test, get the coach started, and then the fucking thing keeps beeping at you for hours and hours and hours on end. And I'm sorry to admit it, I had to shut it off. I had to literally shut the breathalyzing system off.
You can do that?
I won't admit.
That seems like a bigger flaw that, oh, alright, the breathalyzer laid right, but if you can just turn the bloody thing off. Or do you mean you ripped it out the dashboard?
I won't admit.
Yeah, so in other words, you went back into the office and handed it to the person behind the desk.
I won't admit what happened to it. But no, I managed to kind of shut it off.
As I once walked into our office and went, I think there's a problem with the dash cam. He went, what? And I handed it to him. It fell off.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing though. The thing is, it's like the older coaches as well. You used to be able to remove the limiters, but unfortunately, if you were caught removing a limiter, it's your job. But it wasn't that the limiters didn't bother me on the coaches. It was when things didn't work on the coaches that really annoyed me.
Let's say coach limiters were always a bit more than wagon ones anyway, 'cause still about 65 when they were normally.
62.
62. I know they could fair get a lick on some of them coaches when they needed to.
Yeah, but what pissed me off is you got the foreign coaches that were limited to whatever, and they'd fucking fly past you. It was like, one day I had there was this really nice Merc come flying past, and it was like a proper executive coach, and it's like, oh yeah, you're limited to something else because you're a foreign coach.
So it's when I used to work nights, you'd be going down motorway at 75 and a Northern Irish lorry would fly past you and blow your door mirrors off.
Because they're limited to something slightly different.
No, they were limited to whatever the magnet was fitted to.
Yeah, there was a way you could obviously disable the limiter. The
I know
magnet.
used for the same one, most likely it was a jet black Renault Magnum covered in green LEDs.
But
And if you were doing 80, you still couldn't catch the damn thing. My God, he was shifting.
not fucking surprised, he probably had a ferry to catch to get back.
A ferry to catch? I think his missus had just rung and said, right, we've got the house to ourselves, we can get back soon.
But yeah, the thing that makes me laugh is you cannot now tamper with limiters and stuff like that anymore. And it's like all them people are like, all them like youngish drivers think, oh yeah, I can still do, I've heard the stories, I can still do it and all that crap. Is like, no you fucking can't, because you can't find the limiter anymore. Because they put the limit.
The limiters are now wired through the entire computer system.
Yeah,
Not,
that's what I mean.
There's not just a physical, it's now all through, because like our vans can be limited. Mine's one of the ones. These are mine's actually just come back from a service and still hasn't been.
And you're a good boy.
But they can do it through. They just do it through the computer software.
Yeah, I know they can now, but they never used. It never used to. It used to be.
Well, it used to be physical. Because
physically.
a company, a resume I used to work for them, and I'm not going to name company names, but
No.
running Scanias at the time.
Ooh, haulage.
Scanias. Yeah, haulage for wagons, for Arctics.
Local.
Scanias were quite renowned. Yes and no. They had a local base, but they're not a firm you'd think of locally.
Do I know the
But
firm?
then, you'll know them, yeah.
Lancaster.
Hesham.
SJ.
No. I'm not going to put a name up anyway, because I don't want to drag. But it was about the time when...
Well, they're not exactly going to get dragged in front of Beverly Bell because of what... After... Unfortunately, the dragon... Sorry, Miss Bell, but you were... a little bit at times. Is no longer a traffic commissioner.
Yeah, it was at the time when it was I think it was when the R-cabs hadn't been out long. And the trick to the limiter was a magnet. Just stick a magnet in right place on gearbox.
Yeah, but...
It was also at that time when Scania gearboxes were held together by chocolate and dreams.
Yeah.
And they were quite renowned for blowing gearboxes up.
I'm not surprised. Right.
And this particular firm had one, went kaboom on motorway, got dragged into barges.
Mm.
And they went underneath, gearbox had just obliterated itself, you could see the marks where the magnet had been. It was only about 3 months old, was this wagon. They basically got a turn round and got a letter from Scania saying any warranty you think you have isn't worth the paper it's written on. Here's the bill for a brand new gearbox.
Well, yeah, because you've tampered with it and you void it.
And then within about 3 months of that, any new Scanias that came round had a metal plate welded across the gearbox right where this magnet used to go.
Well, you wonder why.
It's like, we know what you're doing. Boom, done.
For that company, yeah. But they did it
Well,
on
no,
all. They did.
that was happening to all of them. They did it
Yeah,
to all the
no.
wagons in the end, just to stop.
I'll leave this tractor connected for now, because you might want it to do some
Yeah, we've a
seeding.
couple more fields ahead. I'm
'Cause I
sorry,
don't.
look at this new toy.
It's actually quite nice. I mean, the
It doesn't look
colour,
much different to the other Valtra, does it? You know, it's just the same basic
no,
sort of shape.
but it's the inside's been done. It sounds a bit different.
Has it got? No, it doesn't do the reverse drive control.
I've never noticed that actually. The character animation when you mess around with the front loader actually goes onto the gear stick.
Yeah, it does. Have you not noticed a lot of? So if you notice the pedal as well, it's you're using that
Yeah,
yellow
yeah.
pedal to accelerate, not the. I've noticed with a lot of them, especially the harvesters, there is a pedal, but they actually tend to use the joystick. The JCB tractors do it.
Yeah,
It's the joystick to the side of you that does like the throttle control.
yeah. Right, so what's on the agenda then? What have we got to do now?
I don't know, you've done those two fields.
I mean, what are
Yeah.
we? Are we ripping something else up?
If you wanted to, there's.
Yeah, because on the New Holland it's the joystick.
Now I know the JCBs are a joystick fall.
Where did
I
you
don't
put
know
the?
how we're doing on episode time and how what we put, where to put what.
I just wondering where you put the ripper.
It's in this shed over here opposite the Valtra.
Ah, righty.
Now you could probably use it on your Ferguson if you wanted to, or the New Holland's got that bit more power for the hills.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
The Ferguson, it's the joystick as well.
Yeah. What we'll do, anyways, guys, we'll end this one here. So, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to give us a follow. It will be much appreciated. And yeah, all links are in the description, and we shall see you next time. So until then,
So long and thanks for all the fish.
goodbye for now.